Yes! Here we go!
Yes, let's go, KR. Let's jump right into today's
Let's
Reddit
go.
segment. And I just like
Why
just the
you
reaction. Wait,
keep coming up with these stories, dude?
all right. So I'll get right to it, right?
Yeah,
And I
let's
quote:
go.
"The other week, I, a male of 38 years old, found some text message from my wife, a female 34 years old, to a male friend where she called him lover. The other week, I came home from a few weeks away on a business trip and found that my wife had befriended a guy from work. Initially, I didn't have
Oh
any
no! Oh no! Continue.
initially I didn't have any evidence that there was anything more. But a few days later, I found a message on her phone calling this friend and quote in quotation marks lover.
Friend? Who's that? This is a friend.
When I spoke to her about the message, she broke down in tears, begging me not to leave and stating that she loved me. During the following conversations, she admitted that he had stayed at our house, but it had been in another room and that nothing physical happened. I am hurt. And
Who would have
as
thought? Come on, man.
I am hurt. And as she was emotionally cheating on me,
Emotionally?
she didn't tell me about this guy friend until I got home.
Oh, he
She
wanted to be part of it as well. No,
she's
no, continue.
Diddy segment's coming in a few. She never mentioned that he came to our house, and
Yeah,
she
he
never
definitely didn't.
mentioned that he stayed the night.
Come on, man.
Additionally, she constantly tells me that she isn't a romantic. So I find the message so I think this is probably a typo. So she constantly tells me that it isn't a romantic relationship.
Mm.
So I find the message calling this other guy lover very much out of character. The,
Mm-hmm.
the emotional infidelity
Oh
hurts
my
me.
God.
It shows that there was an emotional connection, and I could probably forgive a purely physical interaction easier than
Wait,
an
what?
emotional one.
I told you this dude was a Diddy. Diddler. He's a diddler, man.
I believe that there was some physical interaction as the message clearly shows that there was emotional infidelity. She
Come on.
also hid his existence.
Oh,
The, f- the fact that he came to our house and the fact that he stayed the night and the lover message is out of character for her. Do you think, and this is the question, this is the question being posed
mm-hmm.
to
By him.
by him. So this is also the question being posed to you, KR. Do you think it became physical? They
Why
could
do
have easily snuck into each other's rooms late at night without. Yo, wait. They could have easily snuck into each other's rooms late at night
Mm.
without waking up the kids.
Yo, no.
Even if it was only emotional infidelity, should
Oh
I
no.
end the marriage?
Oh no. Oh no. Your son hurt. Next room. Come
Standing
on, man.
ovation.
Standing ovation. Something was clapping. It wasn't hands. Anyway, hey, this is crazy, man. I don't know. I don't
Cheeks.
know. Well, cheeks were definitely being clapped, and it wasn't yours. No, I mean, wait,
Wait a minute.
I
Stop,
mean,
stop, stop. Okay,
yeah,
stop it.
I was
Stop
trying
it.
to say
Hey.
the girls once. I mean,
Okay.
come on, man. Oh
Okay.
man,
Okay.
it wasn't
Continue.
yours. In the sense of it wasn't his girls. It was
Well, it was his girls.
well, no. It was the other guy's girl.
Yo, that's a bar. Yeah.
Well, my brain sometimes I spit stuff out, but I need to explain it.
Yeah.
So
Yo. So what you mean to say is it wasn't your girl's cheeks that were clapping. It
no.
was her lover's girl's cheeks that were
He screwed up. Hey man, I have to say, I'll tell you this much. She's taking the work husband relationship to another level. It's quite so. This is the thing, right? You need to compartmentalize your fantasies. Keep your work husband fantasy at work.
Yeah.
Don't take it back home because then it wrecks the fantasy. It's just like
Nathan Wade.
I said you just like, and then you said Nathan Wade. Hey man, that's great timing. So this is like when you're standing there and sometimes you look at a girl and you think, she's hot. And then you walk to her and she opened her mouth and you try to find a pistol to put in your mouth. Anyway, so you gotta compartmentalize your fantasies. But I'll tell you this much. The question was, did they cheat?
So there are a couple of questions, right? The first one.
It's not even a question.
So
Come
the,
on,
so the
man.
first one is, do you think it became physical? That's the first question. The second question is, even if it was only emotional infidelity, should I end their marriage? So those are the two questions. So the
Well,
first question, do you think it became physical, KR? Does it
it's
matter?
not a question. It's not a question whether it became physical. It's
Since when?
since well, was it before November 21st, 2021, or was it after?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's anyway. Yes, I do think it became physical. The question is not whether it became. The question is where he came. Um, on her face or on her back. But you gotta ask yourself this: are you willing to accept that?
Yeah.
Is she more important? Because apparently he has kids. So the kids are also involved. I don't know what kind of marriage he has, whether he went within the marital, how do you say that? You put
Covenant?
everything, yeah, you're a lawyer. You put everything together, and when you split, you're left with nothing as a man. That's also you gotta do something you gotta take into consideration.
Yeah.
Um, but
And the
maybe
second question is if it was only emotional.
well,
That was the second question.
well, the
If
thing
it
is
was only emotional, then it was
according to some people, right? According to some people who tend to be very rat, the name is a rat. Something they used to say, or they usually say, is that a
KR,
woman.
I just want to remark that your background area clothing is red.
Who said my background is red? You are totally wrong with this one. I don't know whether you can see colors,
Guys,
but
go.
my background is not red.
No, guys, just go check. Yeah, there it is.
It's not red.
Okay.
You
Clear.
know, I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Me
But
neither.
the people, yeah, you tried to set me up right here. This is a setup. Now I cannot put my point because people will
Yeah,
think
you can.
I'm part of that group.
No, you can just
Before
tell
you
it.
know, I get canceled by other people. Anyway,
Yeah.
no, but I think at this point it's not a question whether um whether she emotionally or physically cheated on you, because if she cheats on you physically, it's also emotional at the same time.
Yes. Okay.
That's one, and that we already stated that that's probably what happened. No one invites. You know how
No,
weird it is?
but it can. It could be that
The
there
guy.
was that because, as you said, oftentimes before a woman cheats physically, there needs to be like an
Emotional
emotional
connection.
connection.
Yes.
So what he's saying, the way I interpret it is that there's a chance that the emotional connection was there, but that they never got to the physical. You understand what I'm saying? So in
Okay.
this case,
Let me ask
in this
you.
case, I would pose the question. I would pose the question differently, because he asked, even if it was only emotional infidelity, should I end the marriage? And I would rephrase the question. I would say, even if they didn't cheat physically yet, should I end the
That's what I
yeah.
was going to say because um who the heck like, I'm gonna break the character a little bit right now. Who the heck invites a colleague for a sleepover? Who the heck invites a colleague for a sleepover?
Funny Willis,
And we know all what happened during those sleepovers. So,
allegedly.
dude, either you take a L and you stay for the kids, or take a L and leave,
Yeah,
and hope she well, you have to talk to the guy
yeah. It seems to me,
or to her. I don't know, dude. This is weird.
yeah. To me, no, no, no. It's not. It's. I don't think you should talk to the guy. I think it's the.
Right?
I
You
think
gotta
it's the.
talk to him.
Yeah,
I
I think
talk
it's
to him.
definitely. Well, I think it's definitely your wife you need to talk to, and
Total disrespect.
it's a disrespect. Yeah, it's a
Why
disrespect
would she? Why would she invite him to sleep over when you're away?
with the kids. I mean, that's and without telling you. I mean, that is a. If that's not a major
It's a
level of
setup.
disrespect, I don't know what is.
Setup. They
Yeah.
always say the woman always introduces you to her next one.
Oh, never heard that one.
So this is the thing, right? A lot of times when a woman, that's what I heard, when a woman divorces you or finds a new lover, you know him most of the time. You've seen him before. Maybe your kids have already seen him.
Yeah.
You're the last one who will know.
Yeah. Maybe. Well,
Ask her best friend whether they clap cheeks or not. Well, maybe you should clap the best friend's cheeks first so she can
it's,
tell you what really happened.
or lie to you so she will break your relationship. I think we've explored this topic a bit.
I'm gonna go to the rabbit hole, to the
Let's
ground. We're gonna.
let's go to. Hey guys, welcome all to another edition of the Double Touch Show. Here on the Double Touch Show, we have, I mean, those of you who know, we talk about various topics. We've been starting with these Reddit topics,
They get
but
crazier and crazier. You're a good. You
I
find them. You're a good searcher for these
well,
topics.
I have some other ones that I want to. I mean, it's we've just started this out. This
Mm.
strategy out, KR, and I don't want to go straight to the uh yeah. I don't want to go straight to the um what do you say?
To the heavy
To-
hitter.
yeah, to the heavy hitter.
Mm.
We're gonna leave it for future shows. But yeah, man, we
You
got some
wanna
interesting.
you wanna let me get in my Sammy Sosa light skin mood first?
Yeah, okay. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about some interesting topics today. We're going to talk about the latest in the Cam Newton
Oh man,
saga.
that's
That
crazy.
I mean, people have been talking about the fight that took place at his camp, and a lot of people had a lot of things to say. He reacted, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk as well about the latest in the Diddy saga. Did he or didn't he? Because some other wild allegations are going around. Some of them, some wilder than the other. Let me just put it like that. And last but not least, we got a couple of wild topics and stories to talk about. With that being said, before we proceed with the Cam Newton story, remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification as well so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Remember to like the shows so YouTube can push the video in the YouTube first. I'm gonna keep trying it until it works. KR. Remember to comment, let us know your thoughts and opinions, and don't forget as well to
My bad.
share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. With that being said, I think KR, we can start with the Cam Newton story.
Let's do this.
Ooh, that sounded clean. Anyway, hey man, Cam Newton. We all have seen the video last week. I mean, I'm not gonna show it here because we've learned our lessons with regards to violent videos.
Yes, yes. YouTube doesn't like him.
They don't like him somehow. So you can Google the Brawl video if you want to. We're not gonna show it on this side, but yeah, it started very weird, right? He was organizing this 7-on-7 tournament. He usually does every year. He has a company who does this with it seems like a CEO or a managing director, and they organize these yearly or monthly. I'm not sure how often it happens, but he's known to be the 7-on-7 guy. A lot of these kids go through his 7-on-7 to later reach NFL. CJ Stroud was there, and a bunch of other kids, wide receivers. So it's not a place where bums go to play. There's a lot of talent there.
KR, and if I understand correctly, the 7-on-7 camp is like more for passing, right? It's like a
Mhm.
camp for passing.
Yeah.
Like
Passing and defense. So basically, you don't have a lot of a D line, O line situation. You only get the quarterback and
like
a
two or
number
three
of
people.
DBs, and
Okay.
so it's
No
only.
no receivers.
Well, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course,
So
of
it's just
course.
like a smaller that's a smaller team.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
smaller package basically. You got
Okay.
the kind of linebacker ish, DB ish, there, and then you got, because usually it's like you only miss the four guys, right? You only miss the four because it's usually a game is 11 against 11. So you remove the D line and the O line, and then you get like 7-on-7. But
Got it.
yeah, so he's well known for it. But sometimes, you know, people tend to talk trash. People talk trash in these situations, and this is how maybe it came about. This was one of the guys that got involved. A future ragdoll. He didn't know that back then. Um, but let's see what he has to say.
Hey, John. Hey, John. Hey, man, I'm going to say it. They can't hide the film now. You know what I'm saying? That 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not throwing that, none throwing that Atlanta hero quarterback. Just cannot beat me. Can't be for. Hey, John.
So the trash talking, yes, that was my first reaction. No one knows you, dude. What are you talking about? No one can beat you. But there was already tension in the skies.
So this was prior to the fight.
This was prior to the fight. You cannot
Oh,
beat me. They released this on social media right before, well, not right before it all happened. There was already a bit of hate in the air right there. Friction. So let's take a look again what he has to say.
Hey, John. Hey, man, I'm going to say it. They can't hide the film now. You know what I'm saying? That 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not throwing that, none throwing that Atlanta hero quarterback. Just cannot beat me. Can't be for. Hey, John.
Non-throwing as Atlanta quarterback. Oh, there's only one. There's only one. And the crazy thing is, I think it has been normalized, but I think it's a shame. the Cam Newton slander has been normalized. While this guy was on college level, he was unmatched at Auburn. He also was in Florida for a while with guys like Tim Tebow, Aaron Hernandez. He was in that
Mm,
team. He was in that team. So
mm,
he was a dog.
mhm.
Well, he was dodging bullets probably from Aaron, but okay. Um, or praying with Tebow. Who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, he was on college level a legendary player.
Mhm.
Went to NFL and did his thing as well.
Yep.
So for people to slander him the way they do right now
Yeah.
because he doesn't have a ring or he didn't jump on the ball, I think it's very, I want to say
I mean,
disgusting.
when you hear people talk about him, it's like they're talking about Johnny Manziel. So it's just like
Yep,
the same kind of level. So if you
yep,
didn't know about him, you would think that he's trash. He's always been trash, never been anything more than trash.
yep,
But that's not the case. I think what he has against him is his personality,
yes.
because he's a very, it's just like, it's like Deion Sanders times 10, because he lets you know with the clothing as well that it's like
The
with
swag
the
is
swag,
unmatched.
with the swag.
The swag is unmatched.
Yeah,
People,
with the swag.
the thing is this: if you have the swag, people already start
Yeah,
hating. If
yeah,
you have the money on top of that, they even hate you even more.
yeah,
And you have accolades with it.
yeah,
Oh, they're gonna hang you.
yeah. I think it was, I think it was Dion who said, "Don't let my confidence insult you." Something like that. He said
Yeah.
it on a. So don't let my confidence, came down to, don't let my confidence be a source of your discomfort. You know, it's
Mm,
like,
yeah.
and I think that's one thing. The second thing, KR, it's like living vicariously through your people, right? So now you can say you beat Cam Newton. Because
Wait a sec.
it's just like those. It's just like the coaches playing against Dion. They're like, we beat Dion. No, you beat the team. But in their mind, they
Yeah,
know that they know they never could. They never stood a chance playing against him. And now they're saying we beat Dion. We
bro,
beat
go back
Cam.
to your accounting job, man.
Yes.
I want to sound disrespectful, but go back to accounting job, man.
So I think
That's true what you're
that
saying.
also plays a role, right? Right. So for them, it's like I beat Cam Newton, but
Yeah.
did you? I mean, you didn't beat him. I mean, you
No,
beat his team, but
come on, man.
he
Come
might.
on.
So that's what I understand by him saying no quarterback, no non-throwing quarterback in Atlanta can beat me, something like that. So I think they played against each other or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably. He has his own team, so let's take a look at their reaction first after it all happened. So the attackers try to break down the situation, and then we're gonna go to the situation that is explained by Cam himself because he talked about this during his 4-1 show. So these guys, I don't know how that came about, but these guys hopped on an interview even before Cam talked about it. I don't know anyone who gets treated like a rag doll and then gets behind the mic. You should be ashamed of
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Because just yeah. Because one thing you didn't say, I think, is that 3 or 4 people ran up on him, and he was just holding them. He didn't throw any punches,
He didn't throw any
but he
punch.
was just he was
Luckily,
just
he didn't do it because
so
then it would have been
yeah.
a lawsuit. I know these
And
two.
he dominated the situation so much so that the initial news was that kids ran up on him.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true. The
he
first
dominated.
first thing that was said was he was throwing kids around. Kids were disrespecting him, attacking him. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, that was revealed indeed that it was the coaches.
yeah. So he controlled the situation so much so that they were saying that kids ran up on him. Now you're gonna talk about the interview of where one or two people, I think, right,
Me too.
who ran up on him, or at least they're sharing their story, because I'm saying they ran up on him, but they're saying something else. So maybe you can, yeah, what can you tell me about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it first, but one thing I want to say is that don't get it twisted, guys. Cam is a very tall dude, and he was doing the thing he was doing in the NFL against other well-trained athletes. Don't forget that. So don't try to run up on any NFL dude, because the way they were pushing each other, they're pushing guys that are well trained. You're out there in your accounting job behind the desk every day and think you can run up on an NFL player and leave without your teeth or jaw broken. It's a good thing he didn't throw a punch, because that would have probably became a lawsuit.
Do we know whether the other guys also played? So the guys who were in the altercations,
No one knows who
altercation.
they are, so I don't think they played.
Come on.
I'm telling the
Okay,
truth.
let's move on.
Let's look at what they have to say, man. No
Okay.
one heard of these guys ever before, and we'll never hear of them again. So take your 5 minutes of fame, and we're gonna give it to you.
Just want to know, like,
Pause.
what transpired, like, what can make
Right here?
anyone, like, so angry? Because I'm sitting here and I'm speaking to you guys, and there's so much that you guys are doing for the
Fair
community,
use.
and you're pouring into these young men, and so it's just like, what can make something transpire like this?
First and foremost, like what I want to do, I want to apologize to everybody that was out there and to
Okay.
the parents of not just our team, but
Mhm.
everybody
Everybody that was affected by
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Because it
That
was too
should have
much.
never happened. Like we
Mhm.
should have been able to sit down and talk. Like it's no reason we should be yelling at each other while a game
Right.
going on. Like ain't none of that necessary. So Cam has an organization.
Mhm.
It's not just one team. He has an organization. So it's just been a lot of trash talk, from, what I'm saying, hit more so his side, just out of nowhere, just talking crazy to us for no reason. And it's like, it's not nothing new. Like, I've been around bro for 5 years. So, like, this typical Cam Newton behavior.
But Steph, you was right there.
Yeah, so
I
they
So
walked
you
up.
was
talking.
listening to the whole thing. So
he
you
in
heard
here.
him and you walked up.
So
Let me
Steph walk
see.
up
Oh,
there.
okay.
What's the,
And as
you
I'm
know,
walking up to Steph, Cam is in Steph's face. I made y'all responsible for everything y'all do, whatever. Then he grabs Steph. So
Okay.
me being my little brother, and I'm walking up a flight of steps, and I see a 6'6" guy grabbing my brother.
And that's the footage that everybody
That's
sees.
what everybody's seeing.
Okay.
Like,
So that was the first altercation
yeah,
the
where
there ain't
everybody
first-
saw.
nothing else
first
Right
ever
then.
happened
him,
before
Okay.
that. Nothing
outside
else
of
ever
like
happened.
nobody's
Okay.
seeing like how he was talking
Talking
crazy,
crazy,
for
like
the
none of
past 2
that.
days. Like
Yeah.
nobody's seen that. Like
So he was talking crazy. So they're saying that Cam was talking. So first and foremost, let's give credit where credit is due. I find it great that they apologize. So that just shows character. So that let's just start there. Let's give credit where credit is due.
Mhm.
Now, relating to the, and guys, remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Comment, let us know what your thoughts are on this issue, and of course, share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. So yeah, so I always say give credit where credit is due. Now let's go to their argument. They were saying that Cam was trash talking, but we also
Mhm.
saw a video that he was also trash talking.
Mhm.
Now you might probably say that Cam started it, and he was basically, maybe it was like a back and forth. I don't know,
Yep.
but then you walk up on him. That's what they said, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they walked. They walked up the stairs towards him.
Okay. Now, as a fighter, right? They always teach you to manage the distance,
Mhm.
right? In boxing, you have the jab. The jab is used to punch, but it's also used to manage the distance. And if someone, I don't know how close they came,
They were
but
pretty close. I'm watching the video now. I'm trying to see what they are saying is.
yeah, but if
The
someone,
video started when he grabbed them already.
yeah.
So
So in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you have like you have two green zones and one red zone, as Henry Gracie would call it.
mhm.
And so And so the green zone is like the safe zone, right?
Mhm.
You're safe when someone is out of reach,
Mhm.
assuming that they don't have a blicky, of course.
Mhm.
But let's say you're purely fighting. If they're out of reach, then you're safe. And in the style of jujitsu, you're also in a safe zone when you're clinched.
Mhm.
Because, well, you can argue, yeah, but he can hit you. Yeah, he can, but with less power.
Mhm.
When someone is in the red zone, that means someone can throw a punch
Low punch.
without, and you run the risk of being severely harmed.
Mhm.
So if I can, I can be 6'6", but if someone comes, a shorter person comes in my face, well, probably be in my chest. Or anyway, so so then I still have to protect myself. Now,
Yep.
he grabbed him. I don't know what it is, how he grabbed him, but what do you expect
You
if
walk
you
up
enter
on them.
someone's
Yep.
space?
Yep.
You're basically escalating the matter. But yeah,
Situation. Yeah, I do agree with you on that. I do agree, and I mean, you're escalating, and you should expect some. It takes a lot, and I can tell you from personal experience. If someone enters that red zone, it takes a lot to not act. I'll talk about it maybe later. Let's take a look at what Cam had to say about this situation, because he breaks it down. He breaks it down like Cam always will. Let's take a look. Fair use, by the way. Thank you, Cam, for sharing the video.
can't hear it.
You cannot hear it.
Mm-mm.
Give me a second.
Yes, yes, yes. I also always have these things, man. But in the meantime, guys, as I said, remember to comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. I think I should be able to hear it now. No, I can't hear it. Yeah, guys. So please let us know your thoughts and opinions on this issue, whether you watch the video or not. We want to remind you as well, and take the opportunity to remind you as well that we also have a clips
Can you
channel.
hear it now?
No, we also have a clips channel, Double Thought Clips. So if you want to rewatch certain specific clips, of course, you can
It's me.
always.
It's me. It's me.
I know it's you, so we can always. So yeah, go check it out. If you haven't subscribed, that's a different channel, guys. But there we drop like the clips. On this channel, we drop the full shows. If you don't want to check out the clips, feel free to go check us out there.
Where I scrambled.
Yes.
Yes, I muted the channel. So such a shame. Because I was watching the video while you were describing it to see whether.
Mm. Mhm,
Well, it
mhm,
wasn't
mhm.
not for nothing, but okay. Let's take a look what Cam had to say.
And I should have just
Stayed
stayed
in the pocket.
bro. You feel me? But this is what I really want the narrative to be.
Fair use.
To every single high school player, to every single person of influence, to every single athlete, use my situation as a way to understand that in one moment and one decision, your life can change just like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I let my emotions get the best of me. And it should not have been called for.
Mm-hmm.
Simple. And with that, I apologize to anybody affected. That's Steph, that's TJ, that's their organization, that's C1N, my organization, that's my players, my parents, my staff members. And when you really debrief from days after, it really puts things into perspective. And I tell you this, my president of my program, Kendall Ogle, person who I have high regards for, he called me, and even though he was empathetic to understanding where I was coming from, he simply said, Cam, that cannot happen. You mean too much to too many people. too many people are betting on you to keep their lights on.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that, it's never mind me as a father. Because when I say peg, I think about you. I think about
Yeah, so it is important. You're not a regular bum. There are people that are dependent on you. Not only that, I mean, you're an important person. You're the face of the league. You, the 7-on-7 league. You're the spokesperson. So you're out here throwing people around, fighting them. It's not a good look in general.
Yeah. I'm gonna quote something that 50 Cent once said. I'm serious. This is another joke. This is
Yeah,
serious.
tell me.
50 said, don't you think it's funny how it's always the people who don't have nothing to lose that are willing to start a fight?
Yeah.
It's never the dude that has things.
Well,
You know?
yo, I'm telling
He
you.
was he
that's
was
what-
saying like they're in the club popping bottles, and it's always the one guy that has nothing that's willing to risk it all. And then, I mean, if something had happened to Cam, I mean, if Cam had thrown a punch, KR,
if they had anything on them, a blicky, dude, he could have even thrown him off the balcony. I think
Cambodia, yeah,
he talks about it as
like
well.
this, like with a flick of a finger.
These guys were being thrown around, so this is the thing, and you throw them off the ledge, and then you have a possible.
Yeah, and it doesn't even need to be him.
situation.
Yeah, but it doesn't even need to be him. Do you remember who was the rapper? The rapper whose bodyguard, probably slash friend,
Oh yeah, it was
a guy came up to him.
not a wick.
Yeah,
We
a
talked about it
fan.
before.
Yeah, a fan walked up to him to ask for a photograph. Like he was like the guy just came like a young. I think the guy was a teen, right?
Yeah, it
Just
was
came,
young guy.
and the bodyguard just boop, 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 3, and the third one on the third. I mean, after the first one or the second one, the guy was already the fan was already like leaning to fall.
Yeah,
and
he
he
was a zombie.
I
Then a
mean,
third guy came to finish it off.
and who do they think, and who are they going to
Who do they sue?
sue? They don't sue the friend slash bodyguard. They're gonna sue you. So
Yeah. But but that's so my situation. Like last week, I went out to hang out with a couple of friends, and I took the subway. I usually don't do that. You know where I live. I only do that when I know that probably will end up drinking or whatever. So I don't do certain things. I don't do drinking and driving is definitely not one of them. So while I was standing waiting on a subway, I was transferring to another subway. Hindsight is 2020. It was only one stop. So basically, the stop I went to take the transfer to, it was probably closer if I walked from that stop to the place I had to be. But anyway, somehow I thought at that moment I should take the transfer.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. So you're saying the stop where you
chose to
take the transfer, you could have just as easily walked to your end destination.
My end destination.
But you chose to stay for the transfer. Okay, clear. Yeah. Hindsight. Okay.
Hindsight is always 2020. Well, I was standing there waiting on the transfer, and out of nowhere, a dude walks up to me, and you can clearly see the guy was off. That red zone you're talking about, I was with my mom on the phone. We were talking, you know what's going on right now. We were talking about a couple of things, and suddenly the guy starts talking crazy, like, "What do you do with a pigeon or whatever?" Talking crazy, yelling. Yo, he was talking about something about a pigeon, cursing, and my mom was like, "Who is he talking to?" I'm like, "He's talking to me." He was close, but still in arm's reach. Yeah. Then he started getting closer. I talked to him, dude, push him a bit back. Stay
You
away.
pushed him. Yeah. So the fact that you pushed him
Well,
mean that he was already entering. He was
he was
basically in the red
he was
zone.
entering. Then he went back. You continue talking. I kept my composure, you know. But simultaneously, I was, no want to say this, but I was going in that dark zone. So
Yeah.
and at the same time, I was like, this guy, I have everything to lose. CCTV everywhere. I've
Yeah.
seen a number of videos where people fight on while waiting on the
Yeah.
subway.
Yeah,
Someone
a lot.
falls off.
Remember the soldier who had the guy in the headlock? In the rear
Someone
naked
falls off
choke?
the rail. You fall off the rail. Someone gets run over. I'm like, dude, I have everything to lose. I have every. This dude probably has nothing to lose.
Nothing, yeah.
Nothing. I,
But
oh,
but he was high.
I don't know. He wasn't high. I think he was off. Just
Off, yeah.
off his rocker, not because of drugs, because I could see it in his pupils. He was that close. I kept my eyes on him. I looked at him in his eyes.
Did you feel a connection?
Yeah, the only thing I would have connected was my fist. But I was very close. I
Yo.
could feel the adrenaline going through my body.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I was like, please, I was like, please don't attack me. Because if I respond,
Yeah.
I'm the one who's gonna lose.
Yeah, you have everything to lose. Yeah.
Imagine that. Now I'm on TV as the guy who pushed, and he was white. So he was, I think he was probably in his 50s, around 50s.
Yeah.
So I'm the black guy who pushed a white guy off the ledge. Then I stepped into the subway. He stepped behind me.
Yeah.
I kept standing in the corner so I can see him. I had to step out the next one. So I think he felt as well.
Oh, so you guys were in a subway together at one point.
We stepped in the same one.
But
think
did he start talking in the subway or
No, when we were waiting, he started talking, and then when I stepped in, he didn't say anything. I think he felt that I was going to leave the next stop. So
Yeah.
when it was getting close, I wasn't moving at all.
Yeah.
I was like, let me stand still, see what he does.
Play dead?
Let me play possum. I was standing there. I think he felt that
Yo.
I'm gonna step out. So he went to stand around the door
Yeah.
that I have to walk through. At that point, he started talking trash again. At that point, I had enough. I didn't slap him. But there's the partition, right? Between the door and the seatings.
Yeah.
I walked past him, pushed him. With my hand in my pocket, I pushed him just to see. I had to heat check. Is he about that life? Because if I walk past him without doing nothing, he has all the reach, and I'm
Yeah.
But
So he was standing in the way.
in the way slightly. I could have walked the other way, but I was like, you know what? Let me go towards him, press him against that partition, and then continue walking. Then he went crazy because I think he didn't expect me to push him like that. And we walked. The door was pretty close, so I walked out. He tried to press to the other, so he walked straight. We were walking both to the doors, like these scan doors. You scan your car.
Yeah.
I stepped out right away up the corner. I went the stairs. I said, I'm not gonna fucking fight here. I'm gonna run away.
Yeah.
I stepped out. As soon as I was out, I stepped on the stairs and went off. I was like, I'm not gonna look back. He was still trying to fight. Apparently, he didn't even have a pass. He was trying to break the door open. He was going crazy. I was like, what the heck is this? So this is when I was, hindsight is 2020. When I was up the stairs, my adrenaline was so high. Dude, it was crazy.
Yeah. No, but I think you did a good thing.
Yeah.
As a martial artist, they always teach you avoiding the fight is the most. If you avoid the fight, you win the fight.
Yeah. I thought so, man. So I was like, there's so many in that moment when I was standing waiting on that subway. I was like, there were so many different situations that went through my head. If I
Yeah.
fight him, what happens? If he pulls
Yeah.
out a knife on me, what
Yeah.
happens? Oh, I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
use that
Yeah.
word, but okay.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, when I was looking at him in his eyes, I could clearly see he was bored. He was weird.
Yeah.
He didn't
But
have some-
what you're explaining is like psychosis, man. Like the guy, they need to. It's common that people who have psychosis need to use medicine. Then they don't, and
Mm,
then they start hallucinating. So the
yeah.
way you're explaining, I had it once. A neighbor of mine came down asking me if I was the one ticking, like making a ticking sound. I said no. Uh, he asked for something. I gave it to him, and then he went away. And afterwards, I heard that he went to the upstairs neighbor, or another neighbor, and apparently the dude had a well something sharp in his hand, but he was holding it. So there's the cam video show that he was holding it behind his back. So
Yeah.
he had like a he had I don't know if you say that he had
He
psychosis.
was in psychosis, I think.
What?
He was in psychosis.
Well, he was in psychosis, and then they took him away. Not only to see him like 3 months later. I was like, hell no. He was there in the apartment again
Oh
because
my
it was
god.
like a housing project. And
Yeah.
it's like they were saying, no, you need to put them together with normal people. Well, normal, quote unquote. But then with non psychotic people so that they can integrate. Put them all in a building, man. Why are you going to put him as my neighbor?
Yo, that's the crazy part. The thing is this, and the funny thing is, the day that happened, I just pulled out I walk sometimes with certain things. Nothing sharp, by the way. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I walk sometimes with things that can alternatively be used to protect yourself. It happens to be that day I put it out
Mhm,
of my
mhm, mhm,
pocket.
mhm,
I'm
mhm.
like,
Well, that was the Lord telling you, okay, or
oh,
never do that again.
dude, probably because the thing is, I carry those things, and it's just things you can buy at the store, so it's nothing illegal, but you can use them to protect yourself. If I had it on me, and he walked towards you, I probably would have sprayed it in his eyes,
Mhm, 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 mhm.
and then
Yeah,
it would escalate, and then I would have to.
yeah.
Sometimes
Well,
things
if
happen.
you,
Sometimes
yeah,
things happen. I don't know.
I always find it weird that things like pepper spray are in certain places illegal
Illegal,
because
yeah.
it's like, hey,
But
if
don't worry about that. There are alternatives. If you do your
yeah,
research,
yeah, yeah,
you can use a lot of, well, let's put it this way, other things can blind you as well if you
yeah,
spray it in people's eyes.
yeah, like
And
Axe deodorant. Shh.
come on, man. Don't snake on me like that. Come on, dude. Well, there are other things as well. You can walk with
I
a lighter.
mean,
You can
yeah,
walk with a lighter and an axe. You can set. Let's
yeah.
continue.
Let's stop. Let's
Let's
stop.
continue. Let's stop there. Hey, man.
Let's
Let's go to other people's daddy or Diddy.
yeah, yo, this one I think we talked about it, KR. We said that this would not be the last we'll be hearing of Diddy after the whole Cassie incident. And
Yeah.
right after the Cassie incident, of course, two other ladies filed a court case against him, also alleging inappropriate behavior. But now we got this, which is
Yeah, more money grabbing, man.
yeah,
People, we said it, and you could really predict that this would happen. I wasn't expecting a guy to do it, to be honest, because at the end of the day,
Keep that freaky shit on your page on my uncle.
at the end of the day, the freakiness will flow into other places. I wasn't expecting a guy to do it, but Lil Rod, a producer, basically sued him for 30 million, alleging that he was grooming Lil Rod. He was showing Lil Rod some explicit videos of allegedly another well-known producer, singer, writer, folding another man. Stevie J. That's what Lil Rod said. Apparently, the video was from another person, and the person stepped out and said, "Hey, that's my video." So Lil Rod,
It's a copyright infringement.
it's already going left right there. Then he alleged that Diddy had underage girls at the party, and the girls came out and said we weren't underage back then. So it's starting to the whole thing is starting to crumble even before it started. And why did it all started? Lil Rod had a problem with what he was offered to for an album he produced or co-produced, or he was an instrumentalist. I don't know what it is, what the levels are. People were saying he's an instrumentalist on the album. Some say he produced some stuff. Whatever happens, the points they give him, he wasn't happy with it. He was trying to sue. From one thing come to another, you find yourself in this situation.
Yo, quick question. Who came up with his stage name, Lil Rod? I don't know if this is
Tells me Brother Love did while he was holding his rod.
Come on, man. Come on. Oh, man. All jokes.
Hey,
all jokes.
All jokes.
No, but it is clearly like it's appearing to be a money grab from his end.
And it's totally failing within the 2 days.
Yeah.
So this is the thing, right? I don't know what happened. No one knows what happened with Diddy and the old stuff. I mean, it seems to be these freaky ass stories, freak offs. Those can be confirmed. The guy he does his thing. I don't know what he does. He does a thing because everyone is scared to party with Diddy or Daddy. I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is. Some people are not scared to hang out with Diddy. And they have also been called or been mentioned in that lawsuit. One of them is Meek Mill. Let's take a look what an old video of Meek Mill from Diddy's own story. Can you hear this?
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
So you deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. So he's Daddy and he's calling you Daddy. But the question is me calling him Daddy or is he calling him Daddy? I don't know. But this turned into a civil war
between
Meek Mill or Freak Mill, according to some these days, and Academics.
DJ Academics. Oh,
DJ Academics.
Man. Say it ain't so, man. Say it ain't so.
I mean, they've had run-ins in the past, right? They've been ops for a very long time, and then it turned into opinionated people, ops, and they it seemed like the animosity towards each other lowered a bit, and now it seems to be flaring up only because Academics was reporting what Lil Rod said about him, to the point, I'll tell you this much. Another well-known person, you know him, the guy who got locked up in Romania, Andrew Tate, he also asked a question, a simple question. He asked, I don't know if you can see it, he asked here, so P. Diddy was having sex with Meek Mill and Usher? And what that was what was said in Lil Rod's claims. It was just a question. And this is how Meek Mill responded.
Oh, come on, man. That's crazy.
And then on top of that, this is what Tate said. I only asked the question because everyone is saying it happened. Is it true or not? Now, Meek Mill has been the joke of hip hop ever since. I'll tell you this much: ever since that Drake beef, his light went off.
Yeah, Drake put his light
He
out.
never responded to that beef, to the this song.
Should he have though?
Of course, you're a rapper. Well, it's a
that's
lose situation because, but at the end, you gotta go out. If someone disses you on track, you should.
it depends, right? So if it's like big enough, so for him, Meek Mill should have reacted because it's Drake. So Meek
It's
Mill
Drake.
is here, Drake is up there. So then, but for Drake to stoop, yeah,
Drake really killed him on that one. He did, and to make
like
things
Brother
worse,
Bilal.
well, it wasn't Bilal who was killing Will Smith. It was the other guy, Lisa Ray's husband. Anyway, ex-husband. Or is he still a husband? I'm not sure. I don't care about these people. Anyway, hey, to make matters worse, Meek Mill got into a car accident. It's crazy, right? With all these things happening.
Recently, so
Yes, yesterday. This is what was shared on
okay,
and
didn't yeah? I can. Let me
so
see.
he said God telling don't crash out for the buses. I must still listen s
Ish.
ish, yeah, this ish knock me out, lol. GMC, the whole brake pedal slipped off my first time driving.
Shaking my head.
Shaking my head. So then the act had to respond. Let me zoom in for those who cannot read it.
Yeah.
He said he got rear-ended, huh? Yo, the Diddler set that up.
Yeah, and just so you know that people don't care about your accident. One of the comments says, "Don't try to change the subject," and we don't care if you're nearly.
Yo, it
We
says
don't.
Mickey. Yo. Oh man, this is crazy.
People don't care, man. People don't care about you at all.
People don't
Don't
care.
try. Hey, you survived a car crash, and someone is saying, "Don't try to change the subject." Can you imagine that, KaiR?
Keep talking about Diddy. Don't try to set a car crashing scene to get us to talk about anything else.
Well, if it's a car crash, I don't think it was the Diddler. If it would have been an explosion, that would, then it would have been something else.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but this is just people being messy. This whole Lil Rod thing is just people being messy.
Do your business right. That's the thing, and we're gonna talk about this in Thursday show, right? With Kanye. Do your business right, man, because then you're not in a position to do weird stuff, because this is weirdo stuff. He had in his filing, he had pictures of him hanging out with Diddy, him hanging out with girls who he supposed was arranged for him to perform in front of Diddy. According to the filing, he took pictures of the back of the girl. So I don't know what are you doing, dude?
No.
Sometimes when the money isn't flowing anymore, people start doing weird things. So don't spend everything you earn.
No, man. All right.
Talking about
good luck to Diddy, man.
Good luck to Diddy, and it won't be the last time we hear of him.
No,
Won't
definitely
be the
not.
last time. A woman lost her 825K injury claim because of this. So in Ireland, a woman lost her injury claim. This is what the article says. A woman in Ireland who sued an insurance company for 823, 24, 25K had her injury claim tossed out the court after they saw a photo of her taking part in a Christmas tree throwing competition. Kamila Grabska sued RSA Insurance over what she said were back and neck pains from a car crash in 2017. The, the accident rendered her unable to work for more than 5 years. Graspa also said she could not carry her children, finish basic chores, or lift a heavy bag, and that at times she needed her medication to be brought to her in
Man.
bed due to the pain of the outlet. But a photo shown in the Irish High Court in Limerick featured Grabska chucking a Christmas tree on January 2018.
Oh man.
How to lose the bag, how to drop a bag
And where was the accident?
in Ireland.
But when
Oh,
did it happen?
2017. So a year
Okay,
later.
and a year later, an accident that rendered her unable to work for like 5 years, or at least
Yeah. She said, according to her, she couldn't work, she couldn't lift her child.
live the babies.
She had to have pains, slick pain medicine, all that stuff.
What did she have to do with him? She had to-
I'm not gonna repeat that. Come on, dude. come on, man.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, come on, man. That now
How
you
to
got
drop
me
a
slipped.
bag.
Now to drop a bag. But I'm gonna tell you one thing,
Yeah,
KR.
lawyer. Tell me.
As a lawyer, I have experienced a lot of these cases. It sounds obvious that someone wouldn't do something like that, but it's not. A lot of people do these things. Why? Because that's what happens when you lie. If you're gonna lie, you need to go all the way with it. What they don't know is that these insurance companies don't want to pay you inch, and so it's very. Don't you just find it weird that it's easy to get insured, but very difficult to uninsure yourself? I'm not talking, of
No,
course,
I
about
was in a rant. It's funny you talk about it. I was in a rant yesterday about
yeah
this.
with the subway guy.
Come on, dude. That was last week, so it wasn't yesterday.
Oh, that was last week. Right?
No, someone else.
All right. What was the rant about?
About the insurance, where it takes a lot of time to you pay a monthly fee, you're insured for something, and some way somehow, when I the thing I'm insured for happens, now I have to prove first of all that it happened, which is understandable. But after it happened, I have to pay more. Why am I insured?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway,
So that's usually the case, right? So what people underestimate is the extent that insurance companies will go not to pay you.
yeah.
And in a lot of cases where there's an injury or something, you're allowed to seek legal assistance from a lawyer, and the lawyer can bill the insurance company directly. KR, they will rather pay the lawyer 50K
And you any
than you 5K,
that's crazy.
because why? They don't want to get the reputation of being of easily giving out money.
Mm,
That's why they do it.
mm,
Well, allegedly, of course. They'll tell you that it's for due diligence and things like that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, a lot of people, they forget, because it's very easy to when you lie about something, you can lie, but you always forget about your lies.
yeah.
Now, and if there's no one in your life to hold you accountable and tell you don't go and throw Christmas trees,
It's
Yeah,
crazy,
then you
man.
lose everything. So yeah, it is what it is. Uh, yeah, don't
And
get greedy.
there are multiple. They probably sent a private investigator because there's multiple things. There's also a footage of her playing with a Dalmatian dog in the park for 90 minutes. I mean, there's
Yeah, yeah. So
they,
it's not. It's yeah. So it's probably it's not a
you
private.
will be
It's
right.
their investigator.
They're
It's their
doing
investigator.
anything.
Yeah.
They're doing everything in their power not to pay you a dime.
Yeah. Remember, they're paying the investigator by the hour. They're paying the
Yo,
lawyers by the hour.
well, this dress as an investigator. You, you have a higher chance of getting your one.
Hey, yo, they might be paying the Dalmatian by the hour. It's a setup, man.
Oh man. Hey,
Yo,
the final. Hey, good luck to her.
yeah,
Good to see that she's healthy.
yeah.
Well, we're not the only one. I think probably
Health
the
is wealth,
first
right?
one.
Health is wealth.
Health
Let's
is
go to
wealth.
let's go to the next one.
The
The
final
final
one.
one. Yeah.
I support my daughter
For being in a similar relationship.
being in
Okay.
a similar relationship.
Okay. Oh man.
I knew it. I knew it. What did I tell you before the show? What did I tell you?
I didn't even
before
read
the
I didn't
show?
even read the caption, man. I did oh man.
I told you before the show. You're gonna respond like this.
Oh man.
So this is what Jada had to say.
Oh man.
Um, that's why she would support her daughter Willow Smith being in a relationship similar to the one she and Will share. Jada's marriage has had its share of ups and downs, but it has provided her with a chance to evolve. The actor shared with Danielle Robe on February the 29th episode of Pretty Smart, if it's going to help her become the woman I'm becoming, yes. Actually, Will and I have tried to get away from each other, but it's just not happening. And they write a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, she
So two
wants.
questions. Two questions, KR.
Yeah, tell
Who
me.
cares? That's the first one. Who cares? Second question. Second question. Why would you want your daughter to be in a relationship that's so toxic? Because that's what it is. We talked about this on multiple occasions.
Multiple occasions, yeah.
It's like she wants to go, Will doesn't want her to go. That's a feeling I have after the
Look at the comments. Look at the comments.
the-
Will and Jaden's relationship is ghost. I don't know to who. Labella, I don't know what you're smoking, but because they still together through it all. Well, it's not because
real love.
real love. Your biggest
biggest-
love could be your parents.
Yo,
Shut up.
yo,
Well, I don't know who she is, but no, this is crazy. Wouldn't
Yo.
we-
yo,
look at this. The next one.
yo,
Wouldn't wish that on my enemies.
yo,
She don't even want a relationship.
yo.
Yo, let's end it on this. Let's end it on this note, man.
Oh man.
Oh man, this is crazy. Yo, I don't know how she be. The thing is, back in the days, it was a couple goals, Jada and Will, and look at where we are now. They are a laughing stock of everyone.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
How
man.
things can change. They always say, and we can close it after this one. You live long enough to see yourself become the person you hate the most, or something like that. I'm not sure. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on that one.
Unfortunately, I don't think Jada hates on herself enough. Hey guys, so with that being said, let's
Oh man.
end today's show. Hey, thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Share the video with your friends, your family, and your enemies. And don't forget to comment. Let us know your thoughts on all the topics we discussed today. And if there are topics you want us to cover in the future, please let us know as well. We'll see each other in the next one. And until next time,
Peace.
peace.
Someone says no one wants that relationship, Jada. We good. Yeah, this is crazy. Man. Why don't you do this?
Your mom is your off, man.
Your mom, man. Come on.